morning, good morning, good morning. Gosh, here we are again, and I'm all over the place. What is going on with this screen? What is, Lord, I don't even know what's going on. But good morning. Why is this screen so big? Jesus, this is not supposed to be happening. Wow, well, I don't know what's going on. All right, hi, we're back. Good morning. Listen, I'm so sorry, everybody. I came on and the screen was in 3D, so I had to fix that real quick. So I'm sorry for the blackout for 2 seconds. But good morning, good morning, good morning. You see this face, you hear this voice, and you know it's time for Solace Saturdays. And you know what? Today is going to be a great day because we serve a great God. So again, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am I absolutely trying not to let this get the best of me. So y'all pray for me, okay? But good morning, good morning, good morning, and kingdom blessings, everyone. I am your host, Cherise Stevenson, your life strategist, and welcome to Solace Saturday. There's so much going on right now. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Um, I Good morning, Rufus. Good morning, Shaka. Your cousin Lance is asleep. He was hanging out with the fellas last night, so he's not here. Okay, great. So, good morning again, right? So let me do my introduction and my preliminaries, and we're gonna jump right into this. Let me first say that today's session is it may be a trigger for some, so I just want to put a disclaimer out there that we're dealing with something very, very heartfelt. Something very heartfelt. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. We're gonna go on. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix this. But we're gonna go on in the name of the Lord, and hopefully this will be viewed, because right now it looks like nobody's viewing it. And I really don't want to. I want to have the conversation, but I don't want it to not be viewed or heard. The stream was deleted from Facebook. Try new stream. How does this? I don't know. So we're still having technical difficulties, and we're trying to do the best that we can. And I'm so sorry for that. Save changes. Okay. Why is it on? You're able to see me on Facebook. Okay. Thank you, Berta. Good morning, Berta. It's not on. It's not on the Solace Saturday page, and some people follow the Solace Saturday page. Enough time. I already done wasted 5 minutes. I can't do it. Okay, so again, good morning, welcome, Kingdom Blessings. Solace Saturday is a platform of growth and encouragement that was birthed from my third installment of Unnamed and Unwanted, the trilogy, I Know Who I Am, the process to positivity. It is not the only process, but it is a process on our way towards bigger, better, greater. we use this moment as a mirror, not to look at ourselves, but to look within ourselves through our weekly readings of aspirations, inspirations, and affirmations. So, as a mentor and a guide, we will help each other find joy and live life with intention and purpose. So, as we launch into this season 4, actually, of Solace Saturday, our theme for this season is how bad do you want it? So, again, I open up with saying disclaimers, but let me say them again. We're in the month of premiere panel. So I will have someone on with me. I will have a few someones on with me. Audience, you are more than welcome to join in. We can always send you the link and you can join in and make a comment or have a question of concerns. And overall, this is live. This is my temporary studio of 1490. And what you see is what you get. What you hear is exactly what you heard. So I'm doing a lot right now. I'm doing a lot. Again, we've been having technical difficulties. We are it's a lot going on. But nevertheless, we will not be defeated. We will never be defeated. We may, like I said, we may be denied, we may even be delayed, but we will never be defeated. So I am trying to do everything. My assistant is traveling right now, so I'm a little left handicapped right now. You don't realize how much you come to depend on somebody until they're not here. So I'm trying to do what she normally would do. And technology is something about what's going to be said in this season of Solace Saturday, because I've never had technical trouble this long. So we're going to jump into it. Again, this topic for today, normally we deal with trials and testimonies. So because it's premiere month, the month of September, we're getting back into the habit, and I'm glad this is happening now as opposed to next month when we are in the book. We will be in the book starting October. You still have time to get the books. The books are available on Amazon. I cannot do the announcements right now because I have to do tagging right now, but the books are available on Amazon, and you can also inbox me, and I can get them to you directly because I do have them stocked here. Okay, so again, a disclaimer, this today's topic may be a trigger for some. It definitely is triggering me. So you'll pray for me as we go through this. Again, as you know, we are always praying for each other, for our churches, for our leaders, for our coverings, for the government, for the schools, for the children. Those of you who's been following me, Nanny's doing well. I'm still here. I am actually in the midst of preparing for a procedure. We'll share that next month because I don't want to do it right now. And I can't think. Oh goodness, I hate. I'm not complaining. I'm just rushing. I'm just rushing because I really, really want to get into this. All right. So again, thank you for joining, and I will be with you as of right now because I can't think of. I know there's people that the devil is a liar. We are not going to not do this platform. I don't know what it is about this platform. I don't know who's coming on this season. I don't know what's going on, but I've never had such technical difficulty as I am having this season. And this was before me not knowing anything. Now I'm learning, and it's even worse. And I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. Got to be freaking kidding me. But we're going to go on in Jesus' name, because that's just what we do. Right? So, again, good morning. I have guests today because this is a panel. I told you the month of September is a premier panel. And so I have guests. And I'm actually going to bring her up while I'm doing my introduction. So we can all just say good morning to her as well. This is one of my team members, one of my staff members. This is my Berta. Everybody say good morning to Bert.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
And thank you for being on. I appreciate this conversation. I'm actually going to need your strength. So I don't know if y'all can see it, but my eyes is a little bloodshot because preparing for this, I got choked up all over again because it's really, it's personal. And I'm trying not to be personal because I'm trying to be open-minded, but we got to deal with some things. So we're just going to get into it. Audience, if you would like to join in, please do so. Just put it in the comments and we will send you the link. And as you come on, say good morning so I know that my labor of technology is not in vain, because I am absolutely disgusted right now, but
And
I can't
also
give into
remember
my
to
flesh.
share as well. Like if you're watching, we want you to share this as well.
Yes, please tag, like, share, comment, please, because this is really important. Okay, again, this is a disclaimer. Is this subject, maybe a little triggerish. Pray for me as I pray for you as we deal with this topic. I don't even have a name for it. It's just a discussion. All right, so a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks now.
I think so.
One of my favorite gospel artists, Kirk Franklin. I feel like he knows me because I've been calling him Kirky since he came on the scene, because he only this big. He just looked like a Kirky. He don't look like a Kirk. He looked like a Kirky. And but Kirk Franklin did impromptu. He was doing a documentary for his new album, and I'm gonna say it was a God thing, and I'm gonna tell you why I say it's a God thing. Shifted that whole documentary to I don't want to say closure, because it opened up more than it closed some things. I feel like it opened up a lot of stuff. But in the midst of him doing the documentary, he wanted to do a documentary for his new album. First time he ever done something of this sort. And it led him to finding his natural birth father. And it's all on camera. I mean, it's all on video. He posted it. And here we are. And if you follow Kirky, if you follow him like I follow him, we know and understand that this has been a void for so long. And I'm a little sniffled, I'm a little soggy, because I was doing some research, because it was something that I wanted to bring to the forefront of this documentary. And if you listen to his music, you know that he's been wanting this for a long time. And then if you watch the documentary, he's in a whole another process of healing, because the man that he was told was his father, who is now deceased,
Right.
was not his father. But thank God that he brought some closure to that relationship before the gentleman passed away, right? But before that, he spent years hating this man. All this energy towards hatred and bitterness and anger towards this man who he thought did not want to be his father. He was actually not his father. So during this documentary, he actually found out who his biological father is. And there's so many levels to this. Is like a whole onion, like a fresh garden onion. It's so many layers to this. So I know it's not just me, right? But now there are certain songs that I can't hear the same anymore, right? That album Hello Fear, I can't hear that the same anymore. The song Imagine Me, I can't hear that the same anymore.
Wow.
But the album that breaks this whole yoke open is that
The Rebirth?
No. The Hero album. The Hero album. So this yearning got real in 2005. And that's why my eyes is a little soggy, because I was looking for something specific. And I'm going to read the lyrics to something. It's real short. I'm going to read the lyrics to something, and you're going to see why it's like a kaboom, right? So it's on the Hero album that was written, and I wrote down dates for a reason. This album was written in 2005. So that's 18 years ago. And there's hey Shauna, there's an interlude on there called The Appeal. And Fred Hammond sings it. And it's so ironic that Fred sings it, because Fred had daddy issues also. And the lyric says, where's my tissue? The lyric says, there's a hole in my soul that won't heal. There's a rage and a pain even now I still feel. And even though I'm a man, it's still I don't understand. But that's what happens when you don't have a father. Okay.
Man.
So
now I gotta go back to that album again.
Man, listen, don't do it live, because this is live. Because you see, can you bloodshot? It's now transparency. When I heard this, I would change the word father to mother. But nevertheless, in true transparency, even though I was raised with a father figure, I don't know who my biological father is either. So now it goes both ways. You understand what I'm saying? It's weird for me, right? So now listen to this, right? And then we're gonna get into it. He was adopted at the age of 4, right? He had his first child, which is Carry On, at 17. Hear it. He wrote this song when Carry On was about 17 or 18 himself.
Wow.
So here we are trying to be a father, but I don't know how to be a father to my own son. And I don't want him to make the same mistakes I made at that age. So just like there's generational curses, because you know we harp on that, we are now in the season of generational healing. Because if you watch the documentary, when after Kirk got it right with his biological father, he went to go get it right with his son as a father.
Yep.
And it's just mind blowing to me. It's just so let's get into it. Let's get into it.
And the thing about that scene in particular that got me is just, first of all, let's remember I'll just put it like this: if you haven't seen it yet, log off. If you haven't seen it yet, no, seriously, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, or because we're gonna go into detail. So,
yeah, I said oops because I
if you don't mind, if you don't mind being told, I mean, it's been out for a while, so we can talk about it now. But the thing that about that particular scene that got me was the fact that Carry-On came in, you know, already with a chip on his shoulder, and
already guarded,
attitude,
right?
like waiting, like ready for some drama, ready for some nonsense. And he was like, and they hadn't spoken to each other in a while because of that whole situation. You know, if y'all have seen the audio clip or video, whatever it was, that, you know, with the conversation between the two of them, because he got some anger issues and stuff going on. And then once, you know, Kirk had to, like, I'm looking at it through Kirk's, you know, point of view, where he's just finding out this information, and it's mind-boggling to him. And now he has to go, you know, he's man enough, I'll put it like that, to actually call his son and say, hey, come over, we gotta talk. And the fact that he actually came, and then he came as if, you know, it's like, all right, yo, what is it? What's going on? Like, what's the problem? You know, what you got? What is it that what you want? Type of situation. And then to find out that, you know, for him to break the news to him, and his response, Carry-On's response to me, and the fact that he was like, this is the missing piece. This is what I needed. We need to find out some stuff about him too. Like, there's so much in this whole story, because he's got it shows like how, like we were talking about, how the generational curses are passed down. Because the question is, does he even know exactly what it was that he was angry about? He just knows that he was angry, and he's got some kind of angst about him.
Well, pause for a second. I don't know if you saw it, but there was a whole interview thing on the Larry Reid Live.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there was a thing on Larry Reid Live about Carry-On, because the video came out that Kirk Franklin, you know, cursed out his son. So that was a big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they interviewed Carry-On, and please forgive me if I'm not saying his name right, but I think that's how you pronounce it. And even though Carry-On was still trying to have this edge about him, every third sentence was, I love my father. My father used to do this with me. My father used to do that with me. But I believe because Carry-On he doesn't have the same mom as the other siblings. I think the rest of the kids are with Kirk's wife, Tammy.
Right.
So I feel like Carry-On feels like he's not included. Right. Yeah, he's not included. Not understanding that or accepting that Kirk had him when he was a kid.
Exactly.
And he don't know how to be a father.
Exactly. He was the one that's
where we are now in this healing process. And it was so, it was just so, because Kirk's father responded in such a way. He responded the same way Kirk responded. Mm-hmm. Carry-On responded the same way.
Man.
That whole jump.
Literally. Except for just different words.
What the same way. And at the end of the
Pace
day,
it
at
and
the end
everything.
of the conversation, all everybody wanted was an apology.
That's it.
Everybody
An
wanted an
acknowledgement
apology.
and an apology.
Say it again.
An acknowledgement and an apology.
Acknowledgement and an apology. That's all we want. That's all we want. And now everybody's on this journey of healing, and it's a beautiful thing. And he got to make 4 or 5 more albums now because we need to be on this journey. You can't get us here and then just drop the mic, Kurt.
Oh, you already know.
We need to see the healing because it was so much hurt. The healing got to outweigh the hurt. I'm sorry, Kurt. You got about 12 more albums to write because
you already know he didn't already start it. He probably started the moment that he got the he probably when he read the results. That man, I guarantee you, he after he kind of calmed down a little something, he went right in that studio and got to writing. Because that's how he deals. And
yes,
he mentioned
he heals through his music.
Yes, that's exactly what he said. He said that
he healed through his music,
and
he asked for help through his music.
Yep.
He was hurting and he was asking for help. Now, the rest of his music is going to be about healing. I promise you it is. Because
a good portion of it,
because it is.
To remember that there's still a hole.
Say it again?
I said a good portion of it, but because the thing is, there's still a hole there.
Yeah.
Because by this time, everything should be complete.
Yes.
But we're not gonna get far into that.
Shauna says he jump-started other people's healing journey that was stalling. Yes.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yes, he created a whole lot of healing, a whole lot of conversations, a whole lot.
And I don't think, and I think you mentioned this earlier, it was definitely not coincidental that he was led to document this. Because remember, like people were saying, I know there are people like, why, they were thinking that this was acting and, why would you? He actually wasn't even going to do this for this. This was supposed to have been a behind the scenes of his creation of his album, which he had never done before.
Exactly. He
felt led and he felt the need to actually start filming behind the scenes. And this is the stuff that's happening during that time. So for those who may be like, well, this is just, it's a publicity stunt. This is something just for, promotion or whatever. No, it's not. No, it's not. This was a God thing for real.
It really was.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. He wasn't even supposed to have all of this documented.
So he says some things throughout this documentary, and there's two that stood out to me.
I think I know which one. One of them.
One of the statements that he made was, "Love is a muscle that has to be trained." And when he said it, I clutched my heart like, ooh. And it was so heavy and it hurt a little bit because if we are Christians, right? And, we profess God is love and love is God. How do you train something that's already in existence, that's already supposed to be within us? Why is it, or what is causing love to be trained or has to be trained? I thought that was so like, wow.
Because we still have to, God is love, yes, but we're not. And that's the thing. Like we're trying to still be like Christ. So therefore, in that process, we have to learn how to love as well. And part of learning how to love is understanding exactly what love is. And if we are not able to understand what love is, if we're not understanding of what agape love is and what real love is, because I think love is, what's the word? I can't think of the word. It just left me. But love is, it's different to each person. It feels different to each person. because this was something that I actually saw yesterday, something that TD Jakes was saying, that if you love at 10 gallons, you know what I'm saying, and you're dealing with somebody who loves at only a pint, they can only love but so much, and they can give their all, and they can do everything that they are able to do, but it may not be enough to fill up your, what you need, because that's not your love level. So it's different. It's different. That's why the goal is to love like Christ. Will we ever get there? No. But that's the goal. So that's the standard that we have, and that's why it has to be trained, because if we've never experienced it to the point where we even know what it feels like and what it's supposed to be like, how will we be able to share that with anybody else? Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Shauna says love is a verb, not a noun. And people could capacity to love is different.
Exactly. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with that.
I definitely agree with that, right? But it just, we got to be careful in speech and presentation, because as Christians, we're watched.
Oh yeah.
We're watched, we're tagged, we're labeled. So if I stump my toe and I say, damn, because I hit my toe, I'm not a Christian. You understand what I'm saying? I don't break out into hymn number 472 because I stumped my toe. Doesn't mean that I'm less of a Christian. It's just a situation that just happened. And I'm not, they send you straight to hell with a map, so you don't get it wrong. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Not a map with a GPS.
Yeah, but a GPS with Waze, a GPS, Siri,
a whole Google Maps,
Alexa, honey. And it's like, and just like you said, we're flesh. We, according to Kirk, it's a muscle. It's a muscle, and it was so symbolic, because in order for you to have muscle, you got to work at it.
That's it.
You got to work at it. And he was so symbolic with his words, and I was just sitting here clutching my heart like, oh,
he's such a writer.
Such a writer. That's what one of my top. He is such a freaking writer. Man. Right? He just, and you got to work at it. You got to work at it. And you can't be on the treadmill with a donut, because you're going against the process. What kind of muscle are you trying to develop? Or are you just doing it for a facade, or just to be seen? Yeah, I'm on the treadmill, but I'm gonna eat this donut though. You're going against your own goal, your own vision.
It defeats the purpose.
That's like me going to YouTube, right? And pulling up the exercise channel, and I'm sitting on the couch like, oh yeah, 1 and 2, and I'm sweating too. Lifting my fork as I'm eating, watching it. It's not gonna work. It's not. I'm not gonna get the muscle that I feel like I want by watching. You have to do. It's like Shauna said, it's a verb, it's action. You gotta put action to it. You gotta make a choice. And it's about choices. And it's so crazy. I knew I was gonna find a way to link this to Solace Saturday. It's a choice. And our theme is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Kirk has been crying out for years.
Yep.
For years about this. And I'm happy that he got the answer. I'm glad that he was open to it. I'm glad Carry On was open to it. Because that makes it all worth it. It makes it all worth it. Because he's been trying to find a way to reach Carry On, but didn't know how. Didn't know how. And it was immediately after he got it right with his father, he went straight to his son. And just like you said, it was the missing piece.
That embrace.
And get this.
On that floor, Shaq's me.
Get this. Get this. They're not only healing as fathers and sons, because that's the whole generation right there, but they're healing as men.
And it's black men on top of
that. Black, beautiful men. That needs to be
celebrated.
That needs to be celebrated.
So ironic. What I immediately linked that to was his song Revolution. That's the revolution that needs to be televised. Black men healing.
Yeah, because we don't conquer fear, huh? Did he not conquer fear?
He really did. Farewell, goodbye, so long.
Farewell, goodbye, so long. Okay. Y'all gonna make me play the album. See,
no, seriously, I'm actually probably gonna go through his whole catalog.
It's a Kirk Franklin weekend, y'all. It's a Kirk Franklin weekend. Going all the way back
Run up them numbers. You know what I'm saying? Run them streams up. I wish his album was finished already so that I could go listen to the new one. Because I can't wait.
When does it drop? October 6th, I think. I think it's on pre-order now, but I think it drops October 6th.
I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to Apple or somebody or something. But so then we dealt with that, right? And it was so weird to me. Well, it wasn't weird to me. I think differently. I don't know. That's the other side of the Gemini in me. I love words. I love synonyms. And being in that vein of teacher, preacher, I hear stuff differently. So everybody else was posting the second statement that we may get into. I posted the first one because, like I said, that thing hurt me. Because if you think about what you have to do in order to get a muscle, it's a lot of work. And it was just a metaphor. Like, if love is supposed to be so easy, why is it so hard?
I want to know who in the world said that the love is supposed to be easy. Who?
Because again, I told you we're labeled as the church and the Christians, and we say God is love and love, and love is all throughout the Bible and it demonstrates, but it's hard. It's hard.
Especially when you don't know what it's supposed to
feel like. Yes. It's hard. Right? So the second statement,
if you talking about what
I don't have enough tissue. This ain't enough. Does this
start with a who?
Yeah. Who am I? Well, because I only know me broken. And I'm gonna say it again. Who am I? Well, not you, not my father, who am I? Well, healed, whole. I don't know who I am because I only know me broken. I only know me with a hole in my soul, like the song says. I only know what pain is. I only know what not being wanted.
Right.
Not being wanted. I only know what that feels like. So now I was like, oh my God, Kirk, I got to start over. I already done put in 53 years. Now I got to start over from scratch because I don't know who I am.
Let me tell you something. That said something to me. And I'm going to tell you why. In my therapy session that I had this past week, as a matter of fact, it was a very tough one. And the reason why is because I was feeling some kind of way or whatever. And my therapist kept asking me, like, she'll ask me, she'll say that it's good and stuff that I acknowledge certain things, that it's okay. And then she'll ask me how I feel about knowing that, a certain thing is okay and it's okay and I'm understood and all of that stuff. And I said, I honestly don't feel anything. Like, I don't want to lie. I don't want to just say, just to get past. I feel like it's a lie. And so what she says is that says to me that you're so used to being in a place of hurt that being, taking a few moments to celebrate knowing and being understood is foreign. And if that's the case, then like you can't really heal if you're not willing to stay in a happy place. If you can't accept, okay, you know what, this is what happened and I understand, and it's okay for me to feel this way. That's all part of healing. So for him to, that part there made me think of, wow, so it's going to take some work, a lot of work, in order for him to stay in a place of happiness and stay in a place of healing, because all we're used to, and it's become comfortable being, that's it. Yes, it's comfortable feeling the hurt. So happiness, even for a moment, it's like, okay, I can't enjoy this. I can't enjoy being happy. I can't celebrate this moment of, I have to run back to, okay, well, I have to do this and I have to do this and this has to happen, because it's what we're used to. That's all who we know each other as.
And this is why that first statement, love is a muscle that has to be trained, right? Because we don't know what that feels like.
Right.
We don't, when you've been complacent and comfortable, like you said, with the hurt and the disappointment and being unwanted and not being supported, and when you finally get it, you're like, thank you. You're mannerable. And I know I've said this on Solace Saturday in one of the other series. I'm very mannerable because I was raised. I wasn't nurtured. It's in the book. Okay. I was raised with manners. So I know how to say please and thank you.
Right.
You understand? But to actually internally accept it and embrace it and realize that, yes, I'm deserving of being celebrated.
Right. That's a whole nother world that is hard.
It's a whole nother world.
It's foreign. It's a foreign concept. Like, joy? Is that what this is? It's different. And it's like, okay, am I supposed to be? It's almost like.
This is a good analogy, Shauna. That's good.
Military men.
And that's where we get PTSD.
Yes.
It's PTSD
absolutely.
all over again.
Because your head keeps going back to what you're comfortable with. And your head, you keep going back to, okay, this is, and that's why a lot of people are so comfortable in toxic relationships.
Yes.
Because it's what they know. And they're not fearing being disappointed because they're already expecting that this is the behavior.
Yeah. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yes. Yeah. And then we become self-sabotage. That's it. Because we're so afraid and it just doesn't feel right. And because we don't know. And if we don't, first of all, we don't know. And then help us, God help us, if we never seen it or we've never been shown it. This is why, people think, I name drop or whatever. When I tell you I love my church, and it's not that the other churches didn't do it, because they are the bridge who brought me here. You understand? So I would never negate my past in ministry in other churches. But this right here, this Divine Destiny Cathedral here, I have healed so much. I get my whys answered. I get my how answered. If my bishop is finished praying, he has to go back and pray. Like, because he'll be like, okay, I got to get an answer for this girl, because it's and I love the fact that they never, if they don't know, they're man enough and woman enough to tell me, I don't know. I'm going to go pray about it and I'm going to get back to you because I know this is important to you. And they do just that. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not negating all my other leaders, all my other coverings, because they were it for me in that season.
That's it.
Of healing. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. But in this season of becoming whole, that's a whole nother, you turn right at 2 lights up, because it's something totally different. It's a whole new street. It's a whole new block. It's a whole new dimension. So it's you got to be under the right covering and the right leadership, and to be about under people who that care about souls for real, not just in the brick and mortar between the hours of 10 and 2, and you can't talk to them on Monday, or you can't talk to them on Thursday, and you got to wait until Sunday to get an answer. I'm not just saying that everybody needs to be tangible, but that spirit of discernment got to be on.
Man,
they know when I'll text and we'll laugh and kiki, but if I need to talk to you, they put time aside you understand what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
And I love them for that. Because we need help. There's such a misconception in the church, such a misconception. And you heard it from one of the top gospel artists in the world. In the world. Say what you want to say. In the world. He is one of the top gospel artists.
And that's able to
he's like
several generations. That's
yes. He has been with me through my whole journey.
Since Melodies. No. Sorry, I was about to say since Melodies from Heaven, but before that, Oh Joy in My Soul. That one.
Honey, with the Mississippi mask, huh?
Right.
Huh? What?
We didn't had a whole lifetime with Kurt.
Honey.
And we were there with him when he fell off the balcony.
Honey, he's my life soundtrack. What do you mean? Honestly,
the devil's been after him for his whole life, and I believe this is why. I honestly believe this is why, because he has been the catalyst in this moment for so much healing to start in so many other people. This was necessary.
This was so necessary, because it got me now it got me thinking, and it got me. So now I'm doing a check-off list. Am I healing here? Am I improving here? What do we do about this, God? Should I go back and address this? Because now you don't open up a whole venue. If you want it. If you want it. Because again, it goes back to how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Absolutely, Shauna. Absolutely. There's no doubt in that.
That's it. More time. Exactly. And what I love is the fact that he is, I mean, I promise you, God is so strategic. God is so strategic, because he's not just known in the gospel world. He's not just known, because if he was just known in the gospel world, then so many other people would not benefit from this.
Right.
This is being discussed everywhere. With everybody and everybody. And this, honestly, like I said, it's the catalyst. This is the catalyst to so many other people, like the thuggest of the thugs. I'm talking about, man. How they shed tears and this, that, and the third. It's time to, like, honestly, it's time to be honest, and it's time to be real, and it's time to just begin healing. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's a thing that people have been talking about for so long. Oh yes, I'm going through a healing process, healing, da. But what we don't understand is it's not glamorous at all.
It's not.
A lot of work, a lot of hard work.
First of all, let me just say this, because you want to talk about work, right? So let me show the audience what work is, right? And I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again because it's necessary and it's applicable. I'm an author. I've written 3 books. Thank you. I never said I wanted to be an author.
That's usually how
and what I told God was, I don't like myself. I don't like that I'm always angry. I don't like that I'm always fighting. I don't like, and I'm a Christian. I don't like how I'm feeling. I feel like I'm a liar. I feel like I'm a fraud. I feel like I'm phony because I'm in church and I'm worshiping. And then as soon as benediction is given, I go back to the real me, because that's the only me I know, right? 2009, he told me to write a book. I was like, you done bumped your head. You done bumped your head on that cloud sitting right over there, because I ain't got time to write no book. I don't know how to write no book.
And that's just one.
2007, finally did it because I hid it from myself, because I started it and then I hid it from myself. And you know why I hid it from myself? Because it hurt. Because the process to write this and make an impact to the readers hurt. Because in order for you to have an impact, it had to first impact me, and it hurt. It hurt me to say out loud that my biological mother didn't want me. It hurt me to say out loud that the mother who raised me didn't want me either. I'm 2 for 2 right now. It hurt me to say that everybody knew who this woman was in my house but me. It hurt me to tell y'all that this woman who was auntie was really mommy, and you lived in my house for 6 years with my cousins who were actually my siblings. Healing hurts. It hurts. But you can get through it though. It's doable.
That's
doable.
Yes.
And if you want this healing, for me, it was a book. For me, it's Solace Saturday. It's the platforms. Here go book number 2. And here go book number 3. Because it's a process. And this is the book that we use on Solace Saturday, because it's a process to positivity. So Kirk, if you ever come across this, this here, it's a process to positivity. So now we got to fill the hole in your soul, Kirk. Now we're filling the void. We're filling it. We're filling it. But how bad do you want it? How bad? Because if it's God-given, it's going to be godly glorified. It's a process. God bless you, First Lady Cooper. Thank you for being here today. But I'm telling you, with God, all things are possible. Through the tears, through the tissue, preparing for this platform this morning, because I sit in the seat with Kirk. I just wear a skirt. He wears pants. I wear a skirt. It's just, but my heart is hurting while I'm talking about it now, because I'm doing self-evaluation. Remember, this is a mirror, right? We don't just look at ourselves. We look within ourselves. I'm always first partaker on this platform. And I was like, God, whew. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's so much. But the good thing about that statement, Bert, I almost called you your sister. The good thing about this is that he can identify his brokenness.
Yes.
And now he knows what needs to heal.
Yes.
So he can become well. I thought that was big. I thought that was so big.
That's the first step.
Because the key steps to healing is knowing what you're dealing with. And it's huge. It's huge. It's huge. Which is why immediately he was able to go to Carry On. Immediately. He wasted no time. We had a commercial break. But if you look at the documentary, it was all in the same day.
Yeah, that's
It was
right.
all in the same day.
He sure did.
Had commercials.
He sure did. He made sure that he strategically spoke to the man first.
Yep.
Because he didn't want no time to be wasted, no time for nobody to say anything to anybody. Smart man.
Smart.
He's like, I'm gonna go deal with this man first to find out what the deal is. Oh, actually, I already know what the deal is. I just want to know if he know, and if he don't know, I need him to know. Right here, we're gonna go talk to mom and that auntie who, whew, honey.
That may be next week because I try to stay in my hour time frame.
That's not.
But it's a lot.
Yeah.
Stay with Kirky.
Stay with Kirky.
Stay tunnel vision. We're celebrating the healing process of Kirk Franklin.
Yes.
Yes. And we got
from his mom, from the man, or from his dad to his mom to his son.
Yeah.
And I think that was a beautiful order.
Yeah.
I think that because that one with his son was going to be tough and it was going to be impactful. And he needed all the time. Because I can't imagine what went down after them cameras went off.
I told you, he owes about 6 more documentaries and 12 more albums. Because
the conversation that began, and the fact that I love how, and the way that that it wasn't just a moment. I love how afterwards, after it was over, they were, how you do at the end, how outcomes of everybody, how they're still working things out and they're communicating more. It's beautiful, and that's the outcome that we want. And
listen, I love, this is something else that's key into healing and in your process, having the right people around you. He had his singers with him through the whole process.
His wife.
Because they're more than singers. That's his family.
Mm-hmm.
That's his family. And they was right there too, soggy-eyed and snotting and carrying on. For those of you who said that this was a stunt, a publicity stunt for his album, when did he ever need a publicity stunt to promote an album?
I'm waiting.
Foolery. Anyway.
Oh, she didn't see it yet? Okay, so yeah, go watch it, please. Please.
Yeah. We sorry, First Lady Cooper. But go ahead and watch it so you come on next week. There's a part 2 to this we're gonna deal with. And I may need your holiness on that platform. And I'm just gonna give a disclaimer now. We dealing with his mama. Okay. So I need you to watch the documentary, First Lady Cooper. And I need you on here. Amen. Thank you, Lady Cooper. Mwah.
She said foolery. People are just again, like we were just talking about. Some people are just comfortable being miserable.
Yeah. It's just listen, and also, if you haven't thought about it or consider it, it's not too late to try to go to the concert. I need my 10%, Kirk, because I'm promoting you on every platform.
I want to
go. The reunion concert, everybody. Go.
They're gonna be in I think they're in Pennsylvania, Philly today.
I know they're going to Jersey because I think I'm trying to get tickets to go see him in Jersey.
I want to go so bad. I wanted to go anyway because shoot, him and the Clarks, what? And then Israel and Ty. I want to go. I need to be there.
I think, but the last time I went to a concert in Jersey, I got followed home and had to be escorted home by a cop. So I'm a little leery with Jersey. But
they're not coming to New York, so that's the closest we're gonna get.
Yeah, so I gotta get my mind right. But again, thank you for those of you who tuned in. Thank you. There's something going on with this technology and stuff, and I'm really trying to figure it out, you guys. So if you catch the replay, thank you so much. And pray for me that we figure this thing out because there was upgrades made and me and my team is still trying to figure it out. So again, I apologize for you guys not getting the proper notifications, but we are here. We are back. We are off summer break. We are here on Saturdays at 8 a.m. And this is premium month. So we haven't even started the book yet. We're starting the book in October. So you still have time to go to Amazon and get it, and you can just inbox me and I can ship it to you. We can work out the details. But today we were dealing with the documentary of Kirk Franklin. And today was only part 1 because I felt in my spirit there was going to be a part 2. So next week, if you if you're able to tune in next week, because we're going to deal with the rest of this documentary, because it's a conversation that needs to be had. It's a conversation that needs to be had, and I dare not have a platform and don't execute it to its fullest. This is not about me. This is about us. What's the name of the book and its author? The author is me. Amen. And it's called Unnamed Unwanted, the trilogy, Lynette. This is book 1, Unnamed and Unwanted, What Am I Here For? This is book 2, Unnamed and Unwanted, The Possibilities of Me. And this is book 3, Unnamed and Unwanted, I Know Who I Am, The Process to Positivity. And this is the book that we use on Saturday mornings, Lady Cooper. So all 3 is by me. If you type in my name, Cherise Stevenson, you'll find it on Amazon. Okay, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you, Lady Cooper. So again, that's our time. You know, I try to stay in my hour time frame. Thank you for watching the replay. Also subscribe to YouTube. You can always watch this conversation and many others on YouTube. I'm on YouTube as Cherise Stevenson. I try to keep everything simple so you will be able, to follow me and connect. Thank you, Bird. I appreciate that.
Gotcha.
So listen, we're gonna finish up this conversation next week. We're gonna go a little deeper. We're gonna dig a little deeper. We may have to get that beep button for delayed responses because I don't know. Because again,
that doesn't work live.
Because we're live. What you see is what you get, and what you hear is exactly what you heard. So I need to get that delayed button because I need everybody to log on next week because y'all gonna have to help me because I don't have a delayed button, and it's very personal.
It doesn't work personal
to me. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for accepting my apology. We're gonna figure it out. I told you delayed and I might be denied, but I will never be defeated. I'm gonna figure out this technology and this notification thing before we start with the book. All right. So again, thank you so much. Thank you, Berta.
You're welcome. Thank you,
Shauna. Thank you, Lady Cooper, and whoever else if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but thank you for the comments and the conversation. This is what we do. And if you want to come on live, like me and Berta, let me know, and we'll send you the link, and you can just come on the screen with us. All right. So until next week, y'all stay safe and stay encouraged. Love you. Bye-bye.